Hi, happy Monday. I'm Dr. Shiroko Sokitch, owner of Heart to Heart Medical Center and the author of the book, Healing When It Seems Impossible, 7 Keys to Defy the Odds. And today I'm going to talk about how Chinese medicine and cardiology are different and where do they merge. So this is February and I love to focus on the emotion of love and the healing of the heart. And it actually happens to be Heart Month as well because of that. So, I want to tell you a little bit about Chinese medicine and the heart, and then compare it and talk about cardiology and how they merge and how are they different. So, we know that in Western medicine, the heart is viewed as a pump. Its job is to pump the blood and to keep oxygen in the blood and to make sure that it gets out to all the places that it's supposed to provide oxygen to the rest of the body. There are actually some very interesting Western studies that have shown that the heart does so much more than that. There are more signals that the heart sends to the brain than that the brain sends to the heart. So that the communication between the heart and the brain is very important, but that the heart actually sends more signals up than vice versa. It regulates certain parts of your nervous system and it responds to certain parts of your nervous system as well, which kind of starts to merge with Chinese medicine. So in Chinese medicine, the heart rules the emotion of joy. It opens in the tongue. So when you look at the tongue, you're actually getting a picture of heart health, which is another one of those moments where Chinese and Western medicine merge, because we've talked a lot about, or there's a lot of science that when you have oral dental problems, it affects the heart health. So like if you have an undiagnosed root problem in your teeth or an infection in your teeth, it actually directly physically affects your heart. So there's another crossover there, because looking at your tongue from the Chinese medicine point can show you about your heart. So the heart rules the emotion of joy. It is the house where your spirit lives, which I just love, because we always talk about our higher selves and the emotion of love, and the Shen, which is the spirit, is in the heart. And so it deals with all of the emotions. In Chinese medicine, it's called the emperor, because it kind of gathers all the emotions and brings them together to help you come to your higher self and come to self-awareness and healing of your spirit. So I think that's beautiful, of course. It also, of course, same as Western medicine, regulates the physical functions of your heart, like the pumping of the blood. It regulates the blood vessels so that it keeps the vessels healthy, which is kind of the same as Western medicine. It also communicates with the kidney. Now, here's another Western medicine comparison. The heart actually produces a hormone that signals to the kidney to release fluid. And that's a Western medicine thing. But in Chinese medicine, that's been known for like thousands of years, that the kidneys and the heart communicate with one another. So there's so many elements that are like that are interesting and exciting. Actually, in Chinese medicine, the pericardium is another organ. And in Western medicine, that is the fibrous layer that goes over the heart. Its job is sort of to protect the heart, but in Chinese medicine, it's more of that. It's considered the heart protector. And when we have physical heart problems, such as heart attacks or heart palpitations, when I do acupuncture, I'm actually treating the pericardium, because that rules the physical elements of the heart. One other interesting element of heart in Chinese medicine is that in all organs, there's this element called the yin and the yang, and I've talked about that before. So the yang is the daytime masculine, hot, bright energy, and the yin is the cool, moist, nighttime energy. And at night, when you're going to sleep or when you're trying to sleep, the heart actually rules that element of your sleep, of going to sleep. And it's when you have too much stress in your life or too much going on in your life, and in Chinese medicine, we always talk about moderation and balance. then you can't sleep well. And that's connected to a deficiency of your heart yin, the cool, moist, calming energy of the nighttime. And so there are Chinese herbs that help sleep in by balancing the heart yin. And there are acupuncture treatments that are connected to helping balance the cool, moist, calming energy of the heart. And again, all of these things are so interesting because they kind of come together and they tie together when you really think about them, like, oh, wow, yeah, all these things come together. And it's by bringing all of these methods together that you get the best balance for your health. And that is what we want to achieve for you, is to help you have balance in your health. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And thank you so much.